Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. Listen to us here on WUAT Radio, as always. And as always, watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, or on YouTube, the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Get on there and subscribe and like and give good comments, real nice comments.
About what?
Anything. We'll take them. And we do appreciate that. Of course, you can see all the original shows on BTC Fiber on the YouTube channel. So get on there and check out. You can see all the episodes of each show as well. As you see, we have a guest returning today. He's been on the show a couple times before, so he knows we're crazy. So, welcome back, Mr. Timothy Hawn.
Good to be back.
Good to have you back. He's going to update us on the latest with his, of course, his music. And also, we learned last time about him, being the new choir teacher, the music teacher, basically, at the school, right? At the high school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is an accomplishment, because at your age, you got you a good gig there, man. And he's going to tell us about that in the next few minutes. But, of course, first he'll have to participate in Papa's torture trivia. At least they got a lifeline today. How are you doing, Papa?
Oh, I'm doing quite well now that the rain is over.
I'm always doing better when the rain's over, that's for sure.
Well, you don't
Man.
move as slowly as I do. I get wet.
Yeah, I know, and it's been raining about all day, hasn't it? Until just now.
Yeah, I like this.
I do too. I wish more. I'm all about some sunshine. The gray, gloomy skies, I ain't big on that. Not too many days in a row, anyway. But we do have, of course, some announcements for you guys. Before I do that, though, we'll be sure to wish some people a happy birthday. Some might be happy belated birthday. But the birthdays for the week of the 9th through the 15th of April are, well, April 11th, we know her all too well. Our closest neighbor, Miss Gail Fowler. So happy belated birthday, Gail.
She's 40.
Yeah, she just turned 40.
Thanks, Billy.
You're welcome. And as you can tell, she's here in the background listening to us. Also, happy belated birthday to Mr. Sammy Boyd. His was on the 12th. Our former producer, Miss Allie, it was Allie Smith now. Her birthday was yesterday, Papa. So
Wow.
Happy belated birthday, Allie. We miss you. Hope you're doing well.
We sure do.
And, today, happy birthday to, an ex of mine, Mindy Bayless. Happy birthday. But a good ex. All relationships don't end good, but now, yeah, she's cool. Happy birthday, Mindy. I know you watch from Florida, so hope you're having a great birthday today. And then Papa got this one tomorrow. Well, there's two Josh Robertsons that I know, though. Is it?
I don't know. It's
Oh.
in the Blitz on you.
Well, shoot.
I can't
It's
tell which
either,
one it
well,
is.
Josh Robertson. Well, it either has to be Frank Clay's grandson, Hubert's son, or Jackie Robertson's son.
I was thinking it's Jackie Robinson.
I think it is. So happy birthday, Josh. Thanks for the help there, Papa. You cleared that right up for me, didn't you?
I did.
Not. Well, I'll tell you folks, believe it or not, Papa's got some announcements today. Maybe just as many as me. We'll see, folks. I'm going to tell you about the bargain basement because it just happens to be tomorrow. So I want to tell you about that. The bargain basement is open tomorrow, the 15th, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. right here on Main Street at the Methodist Church, just a hop skipping away from us here. It's always sponsored by the United Methodist Women, and proceeds are used for missions. The time is always 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And let's see what they're saying. Well, they say new donations are gratefully received. and put out for sale the first and third Saturday of each month. So if you'd like to make a donation to them, that's something that you would like to see sold, or you don't want any more, just let them know. And they say $1 unless it's marked. So dang, there's good prices there. That's the bar. So no wonder it's called the bargain basement. That's a bargain. And that's tomorrow at the Methodist Church, and I think they do that. I believe they do it twice a month, but I'm not
Twice a month.
really sure. I can't remember the every day that they do it, but I know it's twice a month, folks. So, and I've already heard that they have really good prices and deals down there. So this proves that they do.
Well, you'll notice in a lot of churches you have a skeleton crew that does things.
Oh yeah.
Usually it's the women.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of times
They
that's
see
true.
what needs to be done and they usually do it.
Yeah. I will mention this, but it's well, it's still a few weeks away. Actually, it's May the 6th, but this was an interesting episode that we did last year when they had this event. We had Miss Becky Ridley on here to talk about
I
it.
remember that.
It's Walk for Mental Health Awareness. That's going to be on May the 6th, so mark your calendar and plan to join the fun May 6th by participating in the Mental Health Awareness Walk and Children's Activities events sponsored by the Bledsoe Aware, and that's what she was with, Bledsoe Aware, City of Pikeville, the Main Street Committee, and BTC Fiber. Activities will be from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. in downtown Pikeville. The walk begins at 4 p.m. and the Cruise In and Summer Nights musical entertainment will start at 5 o'clock. So that'll be a big day. A lot of events going on, so we'll keep telling you guys about that though. That's on May the 6th. All right, Papa, I'm gonna let you talk for a minute.
Coming up, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, the 22nd, we're going to have on the Main Street stage down here some musical talent that will be exposed, that you'll be exposed to, and these are all local people.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
Eddie Lee,
the Ross House, right?
Edgar Allan Lee.
We've had him on before, like our first season.
I had no idea he was as talented as he is, but I remember his dad, and I remember his granddad and his grandmother and all those.
Yeah.
But he's wanting to come back, and he's wanting to do some of the original work that he's done,
Good.
some of the songs that he is famous for.
He's got a guest this year, though, don't he?
Well, he's going to have the Robertson brothers on
Yeah.
there with him, and other
And
musicians.
Blake, yeah.
I don't have any idea how many other musicians are going to take part, but I've heard the Robertson brothers quite a few times at our church, and they're very talented.
Oh, yeah.
And Blake,
He's
Blake
very talented, yeah.
Blake has really been involved in what's going on not outside Bledsoe County.
Yeah, his music. He's back with he's got some good new music out, yeah.
But in addition to Sequatchie, he's got one called The Coyote. He's got Poet from the Backwoods, and he's got Twin Lake. So these are some of the songs that they will be
Oh, that's interesting.
using that day. It'll be a week from tomorrow, and the time is from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock.
That'll
And
be
they,
a good
they
one,
want you to
too.
bring a lawn chair so that you can be comfortable while they're performing.
Where's it at this year? Is it?
Going to be at the Main Street
Okay.
stage.
I thought I heard you say that, but the reason I say it, though, the first year he done it, it was at the Ross House.
Oh, okay, you did say that.
Yeah.
The charge is going to be nothing.
Well,
That's cheap
there
enough.
you go, folks.
That's cheap enough. But whoever wrote this article up says it's going to be held in beautiful downtown Pikeville.
That is an accurate statement, though.
So,
it is beautiful.
We want you to avail yourself of this opportunity to hear some local talent.
Yeah, and talent is a good word. They are talented.
They're talented. Also tomorrow on the 15th, from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, there will be a big breakfast at the Mountain Crest Fire Hall out on Highway 30.
Time
And
for theirs.
it will be $8 per plate. And here is the menu that they will offer you: bacon and sausage, eggs and hash browns.
Sounds
All
good.
the eggs are scrambled. There's not any fried eggs.
No.
Biscuits and gravy. You can't have biscuits without gravy. Can't have gravy without biscuits. They will furnish you jelly for a sweet tooth, and they will have coffee and milk to drink.
And orange juice too. They just don't. It's like it's become like a game now. They don't put it's tradition. They don't put it on there,
But this
they do have it.
This is held by the fire department, and of course they're getting the proceeds from
Which
this
is good.
meal.
Yeah.
And we encourage you to go. They've been doing this for many years,
That is
and it's
true.
their own. I don't know of anything else they do to create revenue for the fire department other than these breakfasts.
That's true. That's why it's very important to support them.
I think it is.
And we just found out too. Also on April 22nd, another thing's going on, right, Ethan, with the veterans, right? The Veterans Hall. They're having another barbecue.
Barbecue.
It's from 3 to 6. So
You know what date?
22nd, like I said already. Thank you.
That'll be a week from tomorrow then.
It's on the same day as the one you were talking about with Blake and them. So a lot will be going on that day as well. Right here in downtown Pikeville.
Beautiful downtown Pike.
Beautiful downtown Pikeville, that's right. Well, is that all of your announcements,
That's all I
Papa?
have. That's all I have.
All right, well, it's trivia time.
Well, I just happen to have some.
Trivia time
happen
in
to have some.
Tennessee.
Number one,
All right.
the 76ers basketball team, pro basketball team, had a Hall of Famer. His name was Dr. something.
Oh, Dr. J.
Dr. J. What is the J for?
He always does this to me, Timothy. It's Julius Irving.
Julius Irving.
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. J, he was good. Yeah, I remember him. Barely, but I remember him.
At the exact moment of Jesus's death on the cross, there was a natural disaster that happened. What was the natural disaster that happened? At the moment that Jesus bowed his head and said, "It is finished," there was a natural disaster that everybody felt. Everybody knew it happened. What was it?
Well, I can't remember. You should do multiple choice if you were nice. You know it, Timothy?
Well,
Okay.
the veil between the holy and the most holy was torn, and when it fell down, the
Oh,
weight of
yeah.
it caused
All right,
Natural
but
disaster was
everybody didn't get to see
I'm
that.
sure it had to be an earthquake, right?
Earthquake.
Okay.
because
'Cause I was like, how- they're not gonna feel- okay.
But
Yeah.
that was the second thing that happened. The veil in the temple was rent. My pastor says from bottom to top.
Did it cause the earthquake?
No,
Oh, okay.
that was a result of the earthquake.
Oh, well, that makes sense too. Okay.
Because that curtain was a separation between man and God.
Right.
Only
Yeah.
the person who could go back in the Holy of Holies was the high priest, and it was one day a year.
Oh, okay.
So that veil, that separation,
Mm-hmm.
was done away with. Now God is ours.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
What team did Michael Jordan play for?
Well, gee whiz there, bud. That's an easy. The Chicago Bulls.
Too easy. Too easy.
See how random it is?
4 letters, then seltzer.
Golly, day back to the letters again, Ethan. 4
Seltzer,
letters and 3
seltzer
letters.
is part of the word.
I'm gonna let you. You know it.
the Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, there you go. But I did know that. Alka-Seltzer.
If you go to college and you choose to live there on the campus,
Mhm.
what is the place where you
Dorm.
live? Dorm. What's dorm? What's dorm? What is that short for?
Well, come on. I got it right anyway. I still get credit. Now you tell us, because I have no idea.
Really?
Dormitory.
Dorm? Well,
Dormitory.
Oh, I thought it was one of those where you was, like, for each letter there was a...
No, no.
Okay.
All right. No,
Okay.
this is number 5.
Okay.
Give me the name of the mountains in Switzerland. What are they
Oh,
called?
the Alps.
The Alps. This is too easy.
I wouldn't say that. No.
Okay.
Random, yes.
If you have a smartphone, or you're
I
on,
was just telling you, it ain't that smart all the time. They can't spell worth a flip.
or you're on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of a communication do you get electronically when people send you a message? What's it called?
Oh, email?
Email.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
call it when you get things you don't want?
Well, I'll let Timothy answer that.
It'd be spam mail.
Spam, yeah.
Spam.
A good clue would be like you can eat it too with the sandwich.
The first company that came out with canned meat like that is called Spam.
Yeah.
It's Hormel.
Okay.
When they came out with that, Armour came out with one called Treat.
Really?
Treat. And the companies, they tried to come up with something that would mimic Spam.
Yeah.
But that
Must
is
not
the
have worked.
best known canned
Yeah.
meat that you can buy is Spam.
Well, yeah, I've never even heard of what you thought. Treat.
Treat. It's
They
put out
must
by
have been a
Armour.
flop.
Oh, you can still buy it.
Okay.
And you can buy off brands.
Well, I did not know that. I learned something else today.
Now, on top of First Southern Baptist Church, right down here about 200 yards,
Mm-hmm.
what is the edifice on top of the church called?
I'll let Timothy take that.
What do you call that?
Steeple?
Oh,
Steeple is one word.
well, what's the word that you're looking for? I was thinking that too, but I know
Steeple is
it's going to be harder than
that's
what we
acceptable.
expect. Okay.
But spire.
I would have never even thought to say that.
Carol and I were driving in a town in Georgia one time, just driving, just
Mhm.
looking. And we came across a church that had one of those on top of it, and it
Mhm.
was a man's hand with a finger pointing straight up.
Oh, that would be cool to see. Because that's probably the first time you saw that, isn't it?
Yes, they threw us for a loop.
Yeah.
That's all I
He
have.
wasn't in Winder, Georgia, was it? Down in Bessie and DeWitt.
No,
Okay.
but let me tell you, when we went to Winder, Georgia,
I went there with y'all as a little kid.
we went to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and on our way back, after spending a week in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
when we got off of the interstate and started going to their home to get our car,
Yeah.
an eagle swooped down over the car. I kid you not. That eagle was over the car, and it swooped down in front of us and led us to their house.
Wow.
I ain't kidding.
Wow.
An
That's
eagle.
awesome.
An eagle.
Well, that's pretty cool, ain't it? It's not every day you see that.
That's been many years ago, but I'll never forget it.
Right. I like that.
I used to go to Dunlap to work in the funeral home down there when I worked for Mr. George Reed.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was going from Pikeville to Dunlap, and I counted 6 hawks on the wires between
Wow.
Pikeville and Dunlap. 6 hawks.
That is a lot.
Well, each hawk has their territory of where they
That
feed.
is true. That is true. I'm sure they fight a lot over that. You know they do.
Do you realize that?
Bet you didn't think we were talking about this, did you?
You realize that they will make 10 attempts to get their dinner before they get their dinner.
No. No. So they don't give up.
Well, they don't give up, but sometimes that
Yeah.
mouse is elusive,
Oh, that's true.
Or that
Sometimes they can't catch it.
so they have to keep trying.
Exactly. Well, let's take a break first, and then after the commercial break, we'll be back with our special guest today, Mr. Timothy Hawn. That is coming up next, right after the break.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us here on WUAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV or on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Either way, thanks for listening and watching. And, of course, we're about to interview our special guest today, Mr. Timothy Hawn. First, real quickly, I'll say a big thank you to the following people because they're our sponsors, so here they are. Thank you to the following people, following businesses too. Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilberry Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of, about said him at that time for the first time, Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler and Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, Matt Massengale and staff, Nickel Row Antiques, and yes, they are back open. Well, as you can tell by watching today's episode, as you can hear Gail in the background, as we was giving her birthday, and Papa told that she's 40. But they are back open. So come see them here at Nickel Row Antiques. State Farm Insurance, Nick Smith and his friendly staff, Milldam Outdoor Adventures, It's the Lola's, Collier and Company Realty, Michelle Collier, Bill Wolf, Lee Station Baptist Church will be down there really soon filming their new House of Hope, because the House of Hope's been around for a while, but it's at a different location now. So we'll be showing you that on an upcoming episode. So stay tuned for that. Also, thank you to Southern Pearl Florist Home Decor and Gifts. That's a tough one. And also the Daily Stop, which is also on the bypass. So the Daily Stop on the bypass has really good pizza, by the way. If you like really good pizza, I want to check it out. So thank you to our sponsors. And now Mr. Timothy Hawn, you're in the hot seat now, buddy.
We need a drum roll.
That's right. So how is things going with your music and with the choir and all that good stuff?
Well, things are going well. My last release was Danny Boy, and
yeah, you were about to release that when you were last here.
And it's been doing well, and I'm getting ready for something else, hopefully by the end of April. That's when I'm shooting
that's
for.
Coming up. So well, then you must be in studio already.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I assumed. Well, how is Danny Boy being received so far?
It's been received very well.
Good, good.
It's had lots of views outside of the U.S. So
good.
Who was the original person that put Danny Boy out?
Oh, that's a wow.
You know, I can't remember the gentleman's
I don't
name.
know.
But it's such a beautiful piece.
Yeah. I thought you were about to trick us and be trivia all over again.
When I worked with Myrtle Lee Robertson for many years, and when her sister was, she was in the Sequatchie County school system down there, and she was up here for a while. But when she died, that's the song they played at her funeral.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about you saying that.
Danny Boy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's probably not a normal funeral song, is
No.
it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, so it's been well received. Oh yeah, folks, the prom's tonight. So I see all these people taking pictures right across the street. So yeah, prom's tonight. Sorry for the distraction. I just looked up. There's people everywhere. So Danny Boy's doing good. What's the name of the next release, though? Have you titled it yet?
It's going to be a collection of songs.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about a whole new album.
Well, it's going to be a medley.
Okay.
From Burt Bacharach. He had passed away not long ago.
Okay.
Eddie Everett had some of his songs.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are some of them?
He wrote songs like I'll Say a Little Prayer for You,
Oh, okay.
Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head,
Oh, okay. So these are classics.
Close to
then.
You,
Okay. Well, I know
Wow.
all
the
them.
author's theme.
Okay.
Those
Really?
are classics.
Yeah, all those are classics. So that should do pretty good then, Timothy. Have you wrote any original songs lately? I know you can.
I have a few that are in the works that I hope to be
That's
getting out to
good.
soon.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's cool. If you have that talent, I say use it. If you're a songwriter, heck, use that talent because that's a God-given talent right there. You either can do it or you can't. It's pretty much that simple.
Well,
I know I couldn't do it.
If it's there, if it's within you, and you've got the words and you've got
Yeah.
the music, then you have to express it
Exactly.
because it eats you up.
Yeah, and that's that's a good gift to have though. Do they just pop in your brain? Is that how it works sometimes?
Sometimes that's how it is. I might just wake up and then
Mhm.
have just something in my head, or
And so
I'll be
you write it down.
I'll be
Or you
driving
record
down
it.
the road and
Mm-hmm.
something might pop in my head, or sometimes you hear something else and it inspires you to do something else.
Oh,
So it's kind of
okay.
like
I ask a lot of people that songwriters. I'll ask them that a lot. Because I mean I can't do it, so I don't know what it's like. I wish I could, but you don't want me writing a song. But a lot of them do say things like that, though. It just comes to them, at different times.
Do you know that Abraham Lincoln, when he delivered the Gettysburg Address, on the way there, he jotted down the thoughts that he wanted to say on an envelope.
Wow.
That's how he
Wow.
penned the words that we revere.
That's impressive. That's
Yeah.
mighty impressive.
But can you imagine the weight of those words that are
I know.
still in existence?
I
They'll
know.
never be forgotten. He just wrote
He
it down.
must. Well, maybe he might have been like my philosophy. You just wing it. Some people do. It's weird, but some people do better rehearsing, preparing. But some people do better just kind of off the cuff.
I'm sure that Mr. Lincoln had a wit about him.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, because that is impressive. Well, so Danny Boy is doing good, and tell them where they can see that at though.
Oh yes, so you can go on YouTube, you can go
Mhm.
on Spotify, Apple Music,
Dang.
there's several others. Anywhere you stream music, it's up on there.
Okay, well that's really good. I didn't think about all those. Now Spotify, I mean that makes sense, but I wasn't thinking about Apple Music and what were all of them again?
Well, there's Apple Music,
YouTube, I
Amazon
know.
Music, YouTube,
Amazon Music, that was the other one.
I've seen Deezer.
Really?
Someone told me about SoundCloud.
Is it on there
it's
too?
on there
Cool.
too. So just anywhere you listen to music, it's on there.
Well, that's good. So yeah, the more the merrier. The more
Absolutely.
platforms, the better.
Definitely.
So let's talk about how things are going with the choir. Is this your first year?
Yes, this is my first year.
You're the music teacher at the high school, and so you've got a choir. So tell us about them and what's going on with that.
Well, they've been doing good. They've been busy preparing for a concert.
Right.
We're
Tell us about that.
We're having a concert April 30th at 2
April
p.m.
30th.
That's on a Sunday
Okay, April 30th, 2 p.m.
At the school.
at the school in the
Okay,
auditorium.
in the auditorium.
Yes, in the auditorium.
That's a good place for
It's
it.
a really good place. They just got the seats redone, so. it's
Oh,
really
okay.
nice.
Be even better then.
A matinee at the movies.
So that's going to be the name of it.
That's the name of it. They're going to
Wow.
do songs from several Disney movies, a few DreamWorks movies. So
I do remember you saying a little bit about that last time. Well, that has potential to be a really good play. I mean, I can see a lot of people coming to that.
they are sounding phenomenal.
Are
It's
they?
going to be a
Okay.
very good concert.
How many students do you have participating?
14.
Yeah.
So you get
That's
a lot of volume out of
impressive
14
number.
voice?
They
Probably
put
just
out quite a
right.
bit of sound.
I'd say that's a just right number, really. You don't want too many.
Well, our
But don't
church,
too few.
I would think our choir consists of about 20 or 25 on an average
Mhm.
Sunday. So 14 is a small quantity,
Yeah,
but I'm sure they're doing their best.
I would
are.
say so. I'd say Well, hopefully they can sing. I'm going to assume that they can. So that's some of it. Maybe they're loud singers, Papa. The only one way to find out. Go
Well, you
Sunday, April 30th,
Yes.
2 p.m. on the
2
Sunday.
p.m. And right after that concert, there's going to be a free book give out for any of the kids that come to that. So
Okay, that's good.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So it's different books? Or
different
what?
books.
Okay.
Several are Disney themed since we're doing a Disney concert.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, kids will like that. So you guys are rehearsing now.
We are.
Now, those of you that are watching right now, it will be on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel soon. Our producer is going to work on that, so you'll be able to see the choir performing, right?
Yes, a sneak preview.
Yeah, and I think that's good. Tease them a little bit, but let them know. It gives them an idea of how good it is. That's
Absolutely.
smart. And you'll be able to check that out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel, folks. So be sure to get on there and check out the choir. You can see for yourself a little taste of what you'll see on April the 30th.
And that'll also
2
be on
p.m.
the choir Facebook page too.
Yeah, okay.
So
And I guess yours too, right? Or I guess it
yes,
could
there'll be links to it. To that,
Okay.
but it'll be mostly on that choir.
So what? Yeah, the choir Facebook page. What will they put top to get to that pull up? BCHS choir or what?
That should take you to
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm sure you can see it on there. And all the information about them. So about how long, though, of a play is this? About, what, an hour or two?
We're looking about 30 to 45 minutes.
Oh, that's probably even better. Because it's hard to keep people's attention too long.
It is. It is.
Unless it's really, really good. For me to pay attention for more than an hour, it has to be pretty dang good. But I have ADHD, so that's probably why.
Usually
But-
that 30 to 45 minutes hits that just enough time where you get to listen to
I
stuff,
think
but not
so
too
too.
short.
You don't want it to be too short, but not too long. I agree. I think that's about just right. I think people will like that.
I heard a preacher preach one time. He
Mhm.
was a professor. Excellent speaker. He said that he tried to preach his sermons about 15 minutes. I said, well,
Yeah, makes
why?
sense.
He said, that's about the attention span of the average man.
That makes so much sense. It's hard. It is hard to sit and pay attention longer than that. It
Well-
doesn't mean that the message is boring. It's just a fact. It's hard to pay attention for longer than that.
Wise is the man, that's the preacher, that can interspice in with his sermon
Mm-hmm.
thoughts that will get people to follow him.
Yeah.
Maybe tell a joke or whatever.
Yeah. That would make a difference. Yeah.
But the role of that preacher is to get people interested in what he's wanting them to hear.
Yeah. And there's
Whatever
different
it
ways to
takes
go
to get-
about that.
Whatever it takes to do that.
Yeah. That's true. I guess personality and charisma, I guess, plays a hand in that. Some are going to be better than others.
Well, this man was preaching one time in a situation, and in walked Billy Graham. He
No
said,
way.
He said, "Now what do I do?"
Wow, I wasn't expecting you to say that. That's impressive.
Billy Graham would have an aura about him.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree.
It's.
I saw him in
I got to hear,
Nashville.
I got to hear him preach in person one time.
I did too. I think we both went. It was
Nashville.
Nashville, wasn't it? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people there.
Yeah,
Place was packed.
we had a bus load.
Yeah.
But isn't it something that you can see a Christian that walks in a room and you
Mhm.
know that they have been with Jesus?
Yeah, like an anointed person.
Anointed.
Yes, and there is people like that we run into in everyday life. A lot of preachers say there is some people that are anointed,
But
and
it's
you see
rare.
it.
It's rare.
Yeah, it's not an everyday. It's not something you see all the time.
No.
But there are people out there that are, and I've heard a few different preachers say that. But I guess they pick up on it.
I've only heard one person pray in my life that I wish I could, and coveting is wrong. But I remember hearing one person pray one time, and I wished I could pray like he prayed.
Oh, really?
One person. I'm 88 years old.
Wish you could pray like he prayed. So he must have told one heck of a prayer. Or is he like this style?
It really got my attention.
Yeah.
It really got my attention.
Well, isn't that interesting? Well, Timothy, I was trying to think, like, what is some of the... Can you tell us what some of the music will be? Like, maybe a couple of the songs, the titles.
Well, certainly. We're going to have things from Hercules, from Tangled, from, let's see, The Little Mermaid.
Well, that'll be, a lot of people will know those.
We're going to have one song from Prince of Egypt.
Really?
So that'll be a really good one.
Yeah, I'd say so. I really wasn't expecting that one, to be honest with you. So yeah, that'll be different, but probably good. So basically, all the classics per se, as many as you can get in there anyway.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And then a few things thrown in there just to.
Yeah, I think
So how many songs total will be in that presentation?
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Probably quite a few.
Probably about 10 or 11 by the time you do it, because some of them are selections from the songs, because if you did all those songs it would take a really long time. So several of them highlight a good portion of the song, then it goes into the next one.
But
that's good.
Does the average
Melodies.
song consume 3 or 4 minutes?
Well, the Disney one's about 3 or 4 minutes is a good number. So
well, once again, I think that's perfect amount of time for a song, you know. Same scenario. About keeping their attention.
But people like to hear singing.
They do, yeah, they do. And especially when they know that they're going to know a lot of these songs too, so they'll be able to sing along. It does make a difference.
Yeah, they're familiar.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be people in the crowd singing along. I'm sure that will happen. It probably always does, don't it?
it does happen a lot.
I'm sure.
But that's all right.
Yeah,
That's all
I
right.
think that makes it better.
It's fun for the choir to hear people
I
sing
would
with.
say,
It's fun for the
yeah.
audience.
Well, they feed off the audience. I mean, you do feed off the audience. So, if you go, don't be a boring audience. Make some noise and clap for them and sing along. Well, all right. Tell them one more time where they can check this out and when it is. I do remember, but I'm gonna let you tell them.
Sure. So that's going to be April 30th at 2 p.m. The high school auditorium. You can go to the choir Facebook page. There'll be things posted about it. Getting closer to time. There'll be the video where it's going to be a sneak preview of kind of what you're going to see.
Check that out on YouTube, guys, on the BTC Fiber YouTube page
And on the BTC Fiber.
Yeah, and you can check it out on their Facebook page and all your social links too. So it's not going. I mean, there's one way or another you can find it, folks.
Definitely.
So check it out because that's pretty much premiering, I guess, tonight. Pretty much, isn't it? You just dropped it, so.
Be 2 weeks from this Sunday, right?
That sounds about right. Yes.
Well, it's a good time to tease it to everybody, preview it. 2 weeks. So get on there and check it out, and you'll get a taste of what's to come on April 30th at 2 o'clock. So be there or be square, folks. But Timothy, thanks for joining us once again, and you'll have to come back sometime and tell us how it's going again, and tell us about how it went, and more of your upcoming projects, because I'm assuming there's going to be many more.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so we like to hear.
He's a very young man now.
I know it. Growing up fast.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem, buddy. Thanks for coming. And like I said, check it out on social media. We'll just say that. Plenty of links. But we're going to take a short break. And coming up after that, it'll be time for some sports of all sorts. And some good old Albertology, Papa's favorite part. That is coming up next after the break. Stick around.
Good to see you.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
And welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. It's time for some sports of all sorts, Papa.
Sports of all
And
sorts.
some Albertology. So
Well-
what's going on in the sports world? What are we going to talk about?
One thing that I mentioned here 2 or 3 weeks ago, baseball has made an attempt to shorten the game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So far, the games are running 31 minutes shorter than last year.
Well, good.
They
They
really-
needed to.
Well, yes, it needed to be done.
We were just talking about keeping people's attention. Baseball got to where it couldn't keep mine. It's too long.
Well, I
So
understand.
I like that. I like they're doing
In
that.
college baseball, Tennessee's ranked number 11.
Really?
Number 11.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that's good, but the last couple of years have been number one through the season, haven't they? In the postseason, they've struggled. But
In softball, we're number 6.
okay, I'm glad to see them doing good again.
Well, they need to be.
Yeah, they do,
They
because they have a strong program. I didn't want to see that go downhill.
I think we have one of the best softball programs in the nation.
I think you're right about that. I would love to see them get that national championship. They've come really, really close a couple of different times.
All right. In the Masters last week, John Rahm, R-A-H-M, he won the golf tournament. But
That's a
Phil
big one.
Mickelson
Oh,
came in second. Phil Mickelson is an
I've
older
heard of
man.
him.
He's an older man. And Bruce Koepka finished second with him. Joel
well,
got
Phil Nick, he must be still good then, though, coming second.
Well, he really made up ground on the last day. He shot a 65 on the last day, and he really closed strong.
That's good.
He closed strong.
Because he's had a successful career. Hasn't he? He's one of the
He's had
more
a
well-known
successful
ones. I thought so.
Also, there is a 3-day hearing going on about the Jeremy Pruitt mess that Tennessee
Really?
got in.
Really?
And they still haven't done anything about that, but Phil Fulmer's name was not mentioned in this last go around, so I don't know what's going on there.
I tell you what, though, Papa, I'm ready to find out. Because now I'm on the fence about Philip Fulmer. I really am.
Well, I'm afraid that his name has been linked with it before.
Yet, actually, this is the first time it's not.
Right now, I've not heard his name mentioned.
Well, that's a good thing. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, won't we?
On the subject of Phil Fulmer and football, Tennessee football, Hendon Hooker
Yeah. is
rated in the NFL draft, rated the number 5 quarterback of all quarterbacks.
That's good considering, I'm telling you, he'd have been the top choice if it wasn't for that injury.
That injury really messed him up, I think.
It did. It did.
He only threw 5 interceptions in his last 2 seasons.
That's very impressive.
5 interceptions in 2 years.
I thought you were about to say just 1 season, but 2 is very good. Very, very good.
Also, there are 6 SEC teams rated in the top 25 in football.
Oh, in the preseason?
In preseason.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's the norm. I think people are used to seeing it now.
Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, LSU,
Yeah.
South Carolina, and Ole Miss or Mississippi State. I don't remember
Ole
which
Miss.
one.
It'd be Ole Miss because Lane Kiffin. He's recruited well.
Okay, Steph Curry and Under Armour are involved in and working on the richest contract in sports history. Don't know how much it's going to wind up being, but Steph Curry is one of the best players in basketball.
He is. They already make a ridiculous amount of money. I guess I just don't care because they're already mega wealthy, and they're just going to get that much more.
Well,
but it'll be interesting to see that. Did it say a number yet?
No.
Okay. Well, it's going to have to be a whopper. It has to be the best of all time.
Yesterday on the Paul Feinbaum show, the question was, which athlete or coach do you think would be the greatest actor?
What?
The greatest actor in the movies.
Oh.
Peyton Manning's name was mentioned.
Okay.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
John Madden.
Totally see that.
Lane Kiffin.
Playing the bad guy.
They said he'd be the new James Bond.
Sure.
Tom Brady. Deion Sanders.
Totally see that. He would be in a comedy.
Jimbo Fisher.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Bear Bryant.
I'm sure. Even though I wasn't around for him, but he's legendary.
On the local scene, our ladies softball team is 8-0.
Yes, they are, and they are mighty, mighty good. Not only are they 8-0, Papa, they have been throttling people. Like they've had only 2 games have been close, and they beat Ray County. In Dayton, that's a good win. That's a AAA school, and they're a good team as well. So that was a big win right there.
It bodes well.
It really does. So before he goes on to something totally different, and don't tell me about it, because I see Albertology right there. I will tell you that Albertology's coming up, but you can listen to the Lady Warriors here on WUAT.
Yes.
We have weekly. We have their games on here, and they are. I can't remember how high they're ranked. They are ranked in the state though, and it's pretty high. I want to say in the top 5.
Well, an 8-0 record is not to be sneezed at.
No, and they made a run last year, and so good luck, Lady Warriors. I hope they go all the way. I'm not putting pressure on them by no means, but this is a very talented team that has the potential to make a deep run, that's for sure.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
so now we're going to Albertology. So brace yourself, folks.
These are, like I say, this is a hodgepodge.
All right, well, let's talk about
I got some of my sayings that I wanted to pass on.
Okay. Well,
always leave people better off than you found them.
I like that. That's true.
Hug the hurt.
Yeah, that don't happen enough.
Kiss the broken. Befriend the lost. And love the lonely.
Yeah, that's powerful. And so true. And we don't do it enough.
Brittany had me to marry them in 17. I had the ceremony I got out of a book that I borrowed from Brother Jim to make it legal. Then I gave her and Jake 7 recommendations from Albert's heart that would help them to have a happy marriage.
I remember that.
Okay, she came down last weekend and she brought that marriage ceremony that I had performed for them.
Yeah.
And she had a special paper and special pens. She wanted me to rewrite it because I just wrote it with a ballpoint pen on a piece of paper.
Well, that's, yeah.
And so I did that. But when I'm writing that and I'm reading what I had said to them, how they could have a happy marriage, it made me think of Carolyn.
Made you emotional.
Oh, I couldn't keep from crying.
I remember you telling me that, I think yesterday. But that's to be expected.
I want to be sure and get this in. I
You
got
can get anything in. We're not rushing.
I got this from Buddy Kelly, a friend of mine that I went to school with,
Mm-hmm.
and he sent this to me.
Did he? Recently?
It's been a few months ago.
Well, yeah, but still, that's pretty recent.
This preacher went to see one of his members in the hospital.
Oh, is this a saying or a joke?
It winds up being not a joke, but
Okay.
but I got it from Buddy Kelly, and I want to pass it on.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to clarify.
This woman was an elderly lady, about 90 years old, and she was facing a very serious surgery tomorrow. And so he wants to go and see her before the surgery and pray with her,
Mm-hmm.
but he does not know how to approach her because of the seriousness of the surgery that she's awaiting. But anyway, he feels like as a minister, as her pastor, he should go.
Right.
So he's going to the hospital, and he opens the door, and there she's sitting in a chair with a smile on her face from ear to ear. And here he was worried about what he's going to say to her, and he sees a smile on her face. And he goes on in, and she makes him feel welcome, and she says, I'm going to have surgery tomorrow, and tomorrow after the surgery I'm going to go home. And if I don't make it,
Oh,
I get to go home anyway.
yes. That is
And
good.
that preacher left that hospital room
Mhm.
feeling good about her, and he was worried about her when he got there.
Yeah, and then he ends up feeling
She-
bad. That's always
She made
good.
him feel good.
Yeah, sometimes that will happen. Not often, but it does happen.
These are the three words I want to leave with you that are three of the most powerful words in our English language.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are. Home.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember when I was a boy, I walked to school every day, all the time I was in school. We lived close enough to the school
Yeah,
that
you're
it was,
lucky enough to do that.
I was fortunate.
Yeah,
And when I got back home, I went home for dinner.
that must have been nice.
And Mother would have a pie made or a cake made.
I never got to do that.
When I got back home in the afternoon, when I hit the door,
Mm-hmm.
the first word I would say would be mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mother is the second word. Home is the first word.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should put mother first.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about the connotation of a mother.
Yeah, of course.
I don't care how bad you are and how mean you are and how sorry you are. You
Yeah.
had a mother,
That's true. That loves you.
and then maybe that mother might be sorry. But listen, you've got to love your mother.
That's true.
All right, home, mother. The third word I want to bring to your attention is heaven.
Mm-hmm.
The Christian faith has a blessed hope.
Mhm.
There is something that Christians have that other religions do not possess.
Yeah.
There is a place called heaven, and it is reserved for those that are children of God,
Mhm.
that have put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ. And Jesus said in John, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. And Jesus said to one of the thieves on the cross,
Yeah.
today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
That's right.
So heaven is
And now it is.
a beautiful place. Beautiful. I'm sure it is.
Well, it's so beautiful that you can't imagine it.
John tried to describe it in the last book in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. The Apostle Paul wrote 12 books of the New Testament out of 27.
But he couldn't describe it worth the flip.
He was stoned to death outside Lystra, and he tried to tell what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
He waited 14 years before he wrote about it, and he was writing to the church at Corinth. And he said, I knew a man in Christ above 14 years ago, Whether in the body, I cannot tell. Whether out of the body, I cannot tell. God knoweth.
Mm-hmm.
And such an one was caught up to the third heaven, and saw things which cannot be uttered. God forbade him to write or say anything that he saw in heaven.
Oh, he did? Okay.
And then Lazarus was killed,
I
died.
just assumed that he couldn't describe it because it was so
Well,
unimaginable.
he said it's not lawful for me to tell what I saw.
Okay.
And Lazarus died, and he was dead for 4 days, and Jesus brought him back to life. He couldn't tell what he saw during those 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
But anyway,
But because you were talking about this week, but I didn't know you was going to be talking about it today, but we talked about it. But a lot of people, though, have these near-death experiences.
yes.
It's amazing what they see when they come back, and in so much detail, and relatives that they never even knew about, and they describe them to a T.
They're explicit.
Yes.
But yet, you come to the last book in the Bible, and John wrote 5 books of the New Testament. He wrote the Gospel of John, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, and the book of Revelation. And he said in the book of Revelation, I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. John was able to tell us about the river of life, about the tree of life, about the river flowing through.
Streets of gold.
Street of gold.
Street of gold, okay.
People say streets, but I had a woman tell me that it's just one street. But anyway, John describes heaven enough that it makes me want to go there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm glad he actually was able to utter some words.
All right.
All right, Brother Albert, what are we talking about now?
You want to go with jokes now?
Sure, yeah. What does this say, though? Just for the Beatles?
The Beatles.
What's that about?
The Beatles are George Harrison,
Oh, yeah.
John Lennon,
Mm-hmm.
Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr. They have 45 gold albums, 39 platinum.
Wow.
Yesterday is the most recorded song in history.
Wow. Oh, they are huge. That is for sure.
2,500 different people have recorded that.
Dang. That's got to be the most.
Of course, they're singing it their way, the same as Timothy was.
True.
He's good.
True.
But they've recorded the most #1 singles in the United States.
Dang. That's impressive. They are legendary.
They put all of their songs back in 2000 into one album.
Oh.
And they sold in the first week 3.6 million copies.
Goodness. Well, if you guys don't know that, in case you don't know, I'm sure most people do, that is unbelievable. That is enormous, and that does not happen hardly ever.
I did
not know that.
I would say they're the most successful recording group in history.
Oh, definitely.
All right, let's do some jokes.
Let's do some jokes. All right.
My granddaughter had just turned 5 when my wife asked her whether she was being a good girl. She thought about it for a moment, sighed real deeply, and paused, and then she said, well, I'm doing the best I can.
From a 5-year-old.
Soon after the offering plate was passed around, a parishioner announced that someone had accidentally dropped her hearing aid in the plate. And so they announced it so that the person could come and get their hearing aid. Nobody said a thing.
We're not going to be able to hear it.
Finally, one person said, maybe you should say it a little louder.
Definitely.
It's done with dating on internet.
Wow.
I'm now focusing on pizza delivery guys because at least I know they have a job, a car, and a pizza.
Yeah, people can lie online big time.
Tax time.
Oh.
Don't try these excuses for being late. Listen, I could not complete my tax return because my husband left me and took my accountant with him. I haven't had time to do my taxes because a baby bird flew into my house and I have to stay in and feed it.
Shoot.
This is, I suffer from late filing syndrome. Listen, this last one about tax. A wasp in my car caused me to have an accident and my tax return, which was inside, was destroyed. I had a wasp get in my car one day, and let me tell you, it can cause you to have a wreck. A guy suffering from
they can.
A guy suffering from a miserable cold begs his doctor for relief. He's got such a terrible cold.
Yeah.
And the doctor prescribed a certain kind of pill.
Mm-hmm.
After a week, the guy was still sick. So he went back to the doctor. The doctor then gave him a shot, but that didn't help him either.
Dang.
So he went back to the doctor. And so the doctor said, okay, this is what I want you to do. Go home, take a hot bath, then throw open all the windows and stand in the draft. I'll get pneumonia. He said, that's fine. I want you to. I can treat that.
At least he's honest.
This guy said to his friend, I intend to live forever. So far, so good.
Wow.
So far, so good. My friend is a longtime fan of the Three Stooges.
Oh, me too.
They're on Channel 18.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest shows ever.
And as such, since she's a fan of the Three Stooges, she's got a watch. Brittany noticed my watch about my
Dodgers, yeah.
Brittany noticed that the other day.
Okay.
So this friend is a fan of the Stooges, and he's got a watch with a picture of Curly, Moe, and Larry on it. So one day we rode in an elevator, and another man asked for the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just showed him the time, and he noticed those three faces of Curly, Moe, and Larry.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, that's nice. Is that your family?
Man.
I was in line to pay at a store when a little girl said, you have nice hair. Well, thank you very much. Then the girl said, is it yours?
Kids can get away with questions like that.
My 4-year-old niece, Susie, was sitting with her mother and grandmother when she said, Mommy, you're so pretty. My sister pointed to our mother and said, honey, when I was your age, I thought my mom was so pretty too. When did you realize she wasn't? That'd be sad to say that.
Sad but funny. I totally wasn't expecting that line. Tell us a couple more.
What did the doctor tell you was the condition of the body when he performed the autopsy? He described it as dead.
Exactly.
How fast was the car coming towards you? I'm not a thermometer. I can't tell you the speed limit.
Like anybody would know.
This is the counsel to the man in the hallway.
Okay. Like a lawyer. Okay.
Are you a witness, victim, or defendant? I'm the guy who did it.
Well, that'd be a defense lawyer's worst nightmare.
Now listen to this one. Were you involved in a romantic relationship with her? I ain't involved in no romantic relation with her. I'm married to her.
I wasn't expecting that punchline either. Those are all good, Papa.
Homer.
Wherever you got those from, I say keep at it. Those were good. Well, we always try to end on a laugh for you. And man, you did good today. Sometimes there's some that ain't that good, but no, those were all good. I like it when they're all good like that. Well, folks, that is it for this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. I want to thank Mr. Timothy Hawn once again for being our guest today. Don't forget, his choir will be performing April 30th, 2 p.m., and it's at the high school auditorium. And you'll be able to see it on YouTube. You'll be able to see it on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. So get on there and check it out.
Isn't that wonderful that a local person is now employed there in our school system to do that?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
And he's
rare that he's so young too.
He's worthy.
Yeah, because that's definitely his forte. You know,
yeah,
he's very
forte.
talented.
That's good. That's a good word.
Yeah.
That's not superfluous.
Right. That's pretty good. But folks, thanks for watching us and listening to us on WUAT today. And as always, watch us on channel 18 BTC Fiber TV. Until next time, so long, folks. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, folks.
Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on channel 18 BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.